Welcome to Christian World TV, a ministry of the First Baptist Church in Gibsonton, Florida. I'm Pastor Matt Clements. It's a real joy to come to you and bring the gospel of Jesus Christ. And today, I have a very special guest that I'd like to introduce to you. Brother Scotty Drake and I have been friends for, 50 plus years, working together in the ministry. He was also a pastor in Tampa, Florida for many years, and so here I am, we're working together, and we continue to work together with missions. Brother Scotty Drake, many years ago, probably 25 years ago, God gave him a vision for missions, and through his leadership and the vision God gave to him, we have a ministry called HELP Ministries, Help Evangelize Lost People. We now have missionaries in over 70 countries of the world. These are national missionaries, and God is using that in a most wonderful way to build churches, to win people to Jesus Christ. And so I'm excited today to have the man that had the vision here with us in the studio. Brother Scotty, good to have you with us.
Good to be here, Brother Clements. God bless you.
Well, thank you for coming, and thank you for the vision that God gave you.
Well, God has been good to us, and
Yes.
I appreciate your friendship through the years, and it's people like you that's made this thing work. I guess the best way to tell you about it is I went up into Mexico, and while up there, bilingual took me up in the mountains where these villages are, and they're really off a broken path up in mountains, and they live in shacks with thatched roofs and dirt floors.
We can't imagine.
And yeah, they don't have electricity. They don't have running water or anything like that. They do their cooking on, start a fire outside their little shack, and they cook on that. That's what they eat. And but anyway, they're up in there starting churches in those little villages, and found it was going on in Panama, up the Amazon River, villages like that everywhere. And we've got people now that are going to these villages, starting these churches.
They're nationals.
But, yeah, and what happened was I saw that and really got a burden to help this guy get up there and start these churches. And the next thing you know, I was in the Philippines and saw at that particular time there was a lot of poverty. The little Filipinos were starting little churches in strip malls with dirt floors and everything else, chicken and goats running around. And so I just got a burden to help them, and that's when we got together and we began to talk about it. And then I remember Dr. Robertson being in Dunellen, and went over and talked to him, began to tell him about this. And he listened to me for about an hour and a half, and he said, Scotty, he said, you need to start something. You need to go ahead and get something started. And so I came back and got you guys together again. And I said, Dr. Robertson said we need to start it. And I said,
if Dr. Robertson says it, you know it's all right.
You do it. He took that crooked finger and he said, start it.
I know. God
And
bless him. What a wonderful man.
Oh, he had so much influence on me. So we started it. We started in those two countries helping it. And we started the HELP Ministry group. And the next thing you know, here we are now. It's 30 years, by the way, Brother Clements.
Yeah.
30 years we've been doing it. And we started in two countries. We're now in 70. Now, listen, we did not go looking for them. They came looking for us. They would hear about us. We're in countries where it's illegal to have a gospel, to even have a Bible. But yet there's Christian preachers there that are underground preachers, and we're in a bunch of those countries right now. And we're able to help them. We're able to teach them to go ahead and train their people and start other works. And that's what's going on. And to give you one example, we went to the Philippines. That was the second place I went. And they had this one man, Edwin Tan, had started 30 churches, 33 churches. And today they have over 1,000 churches.
He's a great
and
leader.
All they have over, and they're building their own college and starting the work. So they know, it's like you said, they know the culture, they know the language, they know how to eat their food, and so forth and so on.
And they're home. They're not going to leave and come back to the States.
Right, and they stay there. They stay right there. And so this is what's happening, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Every year it gets bigger. And even right now, we've got a man in Africa right now visiting, and we don't go to these places. We don't go tell them what to do. We just go and make sure. We make sure there's accountability, that they're doing what they told us they're doing,
Yeah.
so that the churches here in America that's supporting them, we can come back and we can verify their support. And we do that. We make special
Make sure
effort
they're
to do it.
doctrinally sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure they're Baptist.
Yeah.
And but that's one thing we do, Brother Clements, is we definitely we ask preachers, we ask anybody that wants to go with us. We'll go to these countries, take them to these countries, let them see for themselves. And that way there's accountability. We can come back and we can say to the churches, hey, we've been there, we've seen it, and we've got people right now over there, and we've got people that are ready to go back.
Yeah.
We're in places like India and so forth.
Well, I know over the years I've watched, there's always been people going and coming
Yeah.
to the different mission fields, and to do two things: to help them,
Yeah.
to encourage them, to teach and to train,
Right.
but also to verify doctrinally
Right.
that they're doing and preaching what we think
Right.
they're preaching.
And
Yeah.
and to be able to report to the churches
Yes.
that help, to
Yeah.
let them know,
Yes.
hey, we've been there, we've seen it,
Yes.
we know that they're doing
Yes.
what your money is doing.
Yeah.
It's God's money,
Yes,
and we want God's money to be used right.
absolutely.
And so this is what's happening, and God's
it's a
been good
miracle.
to us. Oh,
It's nothing but a miracle, and it's a vision God gave you because there was a time that this needed to be done.
yeah.
The American missionaries have done a great job,
Oh,
but now it was time for the people in those countries to step up.
well, here's the main thing too, Brother Clements, is this. When you talk about the American missionary, if it wasn't for the American missionaries, these nationals we're helping now,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be saved.
They wouldn't be there.
I mean, many of those were saved years and years back because we were sending missionaries to the field. And now then these fellows are
Stepping up.
duplicating.
Yep.
They're seeing what's going on. They're starting churches, training preachers and so forth. And so we're helping, and they look us up. We don't have to look them up.
Yeah.
They look us up. And
Well,
it just keeps growing every year.
It keeps, and I want to say, as we close this out, God keeps raising up new churches in America to help us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the finances increase every year.
Yeah.
We're able to help more missionaries every year, more national
Yeah.
every year. And I don't know whether we said this or not, but so the people will know, we still haven't forgotten the American missionaries.
Oh, no.
Our
No.
church still supports American missionaries. We support national missionaries.
Yeah.
And so we've got a balance there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we haven't forgotten.
No, you can't do that.
God is still calling American. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. And say a word to the missionaries.
Well, hey, fellas, the only thing I can say is the Lord's coming soon.
Yes.
Jesus said, I will come. The disciples said he was coming. The angels said he was coming.
Yes.
Jesus said he's coming. He's coming. And what we need to do is keep going at it. We need to keep winning souls, building churches, getting people saved as quick as we can, because Jesus is coming soon.
Thank you, Brother Scotty. Folks, you've listened to a great ambassador for Christ. He's been instrumental in helping to send the gospel all over the world, and I'm delighted to have him here today and to be a friend of mine. So keep him in prayer. Keep HELP Ministries in your prayer. Thank you for listening today, and may God bless you.
Thank you, Brother Clements.
You're welcome, Brother Scotty.